What's up, everybody? Welcome to Blade Talk with Scab and Joe. Sit back, relax. We got a pretty good show here. What is up, everybody? Sorry we're coming in a little bit late. Thanks for coming in and sticking around, everybody. And welcome to Blade Talk with Scab and Joe. It's been a little while since I said those words, but glad to be back. Let me adjust this mic a little bit here. So, guys, this is being simulcast on all our channels. So it's on Scab's channel at Choir Boys Outdoors. I got to get used to saying that, Scab. And JS Bladecraft, my channel, and of course on our native channel, Blade Talk with Scab and Joe. And as always, guys, we try our best to support our veterans, grow awareness for veteran suicide, and basically just overall appreciation for our U.S. vets. It's a long way of saying, vets, you're welcome here and on all our channels. We back to blue over here. Oh, wait, let's Scab say that to you. So let me get Scab, the big man, into the room, and let's get this thing going. What's up, Scabbo?
What's going on, buddy? Sorry, everybody. I apologize. Joe, I'm sorry. Joe texted me right before we started. He's like, Scab, I'm sorry.
You saw that.
Here's what I realized, man, and I of course, my poor planning. Since we've last been on, I accidentally smashed my phone at Christmas. So
Right.
I had to reset everything. That's what took a minute because I'm using my phone. And to everybody in the room, welcome. Right now, I can't see comments, and I'm sorry. I'll do better next week. But thank you for being patient with us. Have you had a good week, man?
I've had a very busy week, very trying week, very busy week. I've been wearing a lot of hats this week, a couple different things I had to do for a couple different people, but it's been okay, hanging in there, riding the waves.
That's all.
You know,
That's all you can do, man.
riding the waves in my kayak. I'm just trying not to tip over.
That's
I'm
all
saying.
you can do. Hey, guys, here's what we just wanted to get on the board. So we may or may not go long. Your feedback's imperative, but we wanted to get on the board and get this year started off right. Happy New Year to everybody.
Absolutely.
Do the normal knife talk bullshit and put what you're carrying in the comments. But also, I want everybody to do this if you would. Put one goal, not resolution, put one goal for this new year you have in the comments. I'm a big believer in goals. I believe goals are important. I haven't always, but put one goal that you got for this year. It can be silly, it can be important, it can be whatever. Put one in. Joe, you got anything? What you got?
Goal meaning what? For like YouTube and life or anything in general?
Anything.
What goals do I have? Well, obviously, I want to get myself back onto YouTube again because, as you guys know, I haven't been really posting much. So I'm trying to regulate my life to try to let that back in again. Talking to a couple different people, getting a couple samples of different things coming in. Just trying to build the channel, but personal wise, just keep on trucking with my job and trying to get progress on with it, promoting and get my feet wet with a couple different things because my company's changing with social media because now social media is becoming a beast on its own. So we had to we're always changing our ways of approaching it because social media is just like its own entity now.
Yeah.
So there's different ways that we have to shoot things. Now I have to use a whole different line of equipment. And it just, we basically my company goes wherever the analytics go. So if the analytics is calling for a certain way of shooting or a certain type of video, that's just basically what we got to do. So we're just constantly every week we're changing up our way of approaching things. So just trying to keep up. That's basically it,
So you've got no goals. That's what we're saying.
5,000 subs by the end of the year. I know it's a little high, but I would like 5,000.
No, it ain't. It ain't high.
Yeah.
The thing is this, guys, it don't have to be YouTube related, but I know we usually have a good bit of content creators in the room. Set you a high goal, man. Set you a goal and work for it. 5,000 and awesome. And it's very achievable. You're near what, 2,500?
I'm approaching 26, somewhere around there.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. So
Yeah.
then for Blade Talk, we need to set a goal for 1,000, and we need to
Yes.
quit bullshitting. And here's the thing. I was going to show you all this real quick, and I forgot the damn name of it again. Son of a bitch. I love Steve Garou sent me this. And dude, it's artisan cutlery. It ain't come out of my pocket. I don't know what it is. It's just not provost. Son of a bitch. Y'all know what it is. I asked that the other day, and Charles Jones was like, Scab, you can look it up on Amazon. I'm like, thanks, Charles. I didn't know that, dude. And shout out to Charles Jones, the redneck nerd. But here's the thing, guys. Again, set your goal. Do you do? I'll do what I can to help you. So we're going 5,000 with Joe. We got to get 1,000 here, guys. Let me say this too. And I know y'all hear a lot about numbers from me. It keeps me focused. It keeps me going forward. All right. So I mean, that's all that is. It keeps me centered. That's not for everybody. I get it. But I've also got some goals. Dude, I've got to get down to about 230. And that's about 45. Well, yeah, about 45. I'm right at 280 right now.
That's not I mean, you've come such a long way. That's not anything. You
Well,
could do that.
I dropped that big bit of weight,
Yeah.
and I kind of on them damn propels. I've had to cut back on them, but I floated back up close to 3, and then I started. What I do now is intermittent fasting, right? But I mean, just it works for me. I don't get into the whole deal of it, but I don't eat from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. I've dropped 15 pounds, but I want to get to 230. I want to be more active. I want to do more stuff with the channel. I want to feel better. So I think 230 at 5'9" is a good.
Has that been helping you kind of cutting off your meals at 6 o'clock?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
right?
yeah, bro, I dropped 15 to 16 pounds in probably 2 weeks. Now, the screwed up thing is this: our drive to work is 45 minutes to an hour one way in the morning, and then an hour and a half coming home. So, breakfast and lunch and maybe a snack. That's it. But I've kind of adjusted to it, and it's honestly, man, like I said, I don't get into the whole other realm of it and all that. And I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying for me,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're doing whatever is working for you. I mean, that's
yeah,
all that's important.
I'd like to hit 230. I'd really like just to there's so much I want to do, man. And that's kind of why I wanted to do this show and get people involved and just get us going. This is something we got to get off our ass and get going. This the Blade Talk, because we got a good thing working, and we need to get that momentum. I think if we got to 1,000 subscribers, it looks better, because when Joe puts in a lot of work. For all of y'all that don't know, Joe works his nuts off emailing people. He ain't scared to email nobody. What's the worst that can happen? But the thing is,
Yeah.
I think what happens is people look at Blade Talk subscribers, not my channel, not Joe's
Right.
individually. They're like, so we'll do that, but we'll put in the work for that. That's my other goal. I'm not this year, man. I'm going to help as many people as I can. I'm a big believer in that. But this year, dude, we're just riding. We're going to ride.
Yeah, I want to get Blade Talk to where it was before. We have a couple people we're talking about in the back burner to try to get some populate some guests in. Just basically listen, get people in that basically your original vision of Blade Talk, Scab, was just to get people in the industry, blade designers, blade makers, just get people in that can talk about their work, talk about knives, and just have like a group conversation about it, and just presentation wise. So we got to just get that going again.
The other thing we're going to do, man, is this some bitch is going to a podcast. I mean, we've talked about it. Even if you don't do anything but send me the audio, Megatron and Sarah said, look, if y'all get the audio, we'll that way we've got it on here, but we'll find a podcast. I think we need to do that. I think it would help us. I look at the Knife Junkie. Bob's got an amazing, and I'll tell you the truth, Joe, when all this started, I can't remember his sub count, but he's up to 20,000. So
Wow.
he's got a great podcast, and I think that would help us. So there's a lot of goals going on. But if you're in the audience, let us know what your goals are, or if you're watching a replay of this, and I realize, man, we need to get back in our time slot next week, and that was my fault. That was my fault last night. But I just realized like Blackie Thomas was live and things like that. So we just need to get back going.
So let's go around the room a little bit. We got X Ferro in the room. We got Garen in the room. Nut Job with a machete. ZOF. Welcome, guys. Buddha Slim.
Boot up,
Got Mike. Oh, Mikey's in the room. What's
Mikey.
up, Mike? Ahmed Sweatpants. Omar. Mike. Gerbs, of course, front and center always. Thanks, Gerbs. Samurai Bird. Tom Ritter. It's a pretty packed room. Alex. Gargoyles Blades. Everybody's in the room. Dwayne Letterman. Addicted to Blade Soup. Pistol Pete. All the normal friendly faces. Thanks, guys, for joining up with us.
Now, Buddha actually has a huge channel. Buddha has an awesome channel. Buddha, if you guys aren't, listen, if you guys like music and you like genuine, like just real, genuine reactions from a solid dude, Buddha Slim, and I believe it's Budda Slim, has a phenomenal channel.
Jerbs, can you put that in if you can, please?
Yeah, Gerbs, I just saw your message, but guys, if you message me, I can read it real quick, but I'm trying to stay focused here on the thing. And I'll tell you this, while Buddha's in the room, Buddha, we got to set up a phone call this weekend, brother. At Buddha, I think's in California or Arizona, out that way. And he'll call me from time to time on Instagram, but I'm always at the damn shop. And then by the time I get home, everything's screwed up. But we need to talk this weekend, brother. That dude is just a good dude, man. Just a good dude. And
Yeah,
again,
I'm gonna have to check it out too. Check out his channel.
I'm not sure where he's at, man. He might be at a couple 100,000, if not more. But he took off. But
Look him up.
genuine, dude. He's just freaking. He's a genuine guy.
And that's Buddha Slim.
Yeah, who does amazing reactions. Love that dude, man.
He's at 214. No, he's up there.
Yeah. Well, he's the same. He puts in the work.
Yeah.
He puts in the work.
All right, Buddha, I just subscribed to you, buddy.
I'll tell you what. He's the one that gave me the idea of getting into some of these other countries. That dude will review music from all over the planet, son.
Oh, I see him. I see him doing live. Yeah, he's a cool dude. That's cool.
Awesome.
He's got a nice little lineup of videos. Nice thumbnails. Good stuff.
He does. Yeah, he's on point with his shit, man. And he does a lot. I'll tell you what he does. He does a lot of stuff in Poland, man. He found somebody over there that'll translate, which.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Buddha, I love you, brother. We'll talk this weekend. Joe, I got a box coming to you tomorrow.
Okay.
Now,
very excited about that.
Here's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it right now. I just did it. I got the Mako, the Sabertooth 1, the Nighthawk, and the Kaiju 1.5.
Awesome.
So, and I hate doing this to you, but you probably won't have to. I don't think you got to sharpen them, but you might want to clean them up a little bit.
I'll fine tune them a little bit.
That Mako, if you would, that Mako, I think they're doing a bigger run. That's that combat utility, and a lot of people liked it.
Okay.
Hey, and guys, here's what we're doing. We'll let everybody in on this. Here's what we're doing. With me, I do the hard use stuff, but to help some of these Carnivore and some of these other companies out, I want Joe to do reviews. I want it, and the thing is, nobody does the cinematography like Joe does. Nobody, and I don't think anybody can showcase these blades like he can. So you'll get some of it from me. And the other thing the thing that Joe and I talk about, and I think you'd freely admit this, we talk about it all the time. The thing that hinders you is there's nowhere to cut.
Yeah. Yeah. And especially those big blades, you really got to have a
Oh,
setting like you have to be able to just, cut at things all around you. And it's a difficult to do in my area here, as far
bro,
as,
you
there's
walk
parks
down
and
one
stuff,
of
but you can't
these.
go in there with these things and go to town with them,
You look here. If you walk down the road with something like this, not only will you go to jail, but you'll be on CNN.
Absolutely.
But I'm sending you the first version of this, and I'm doing it for a reason. And when you get done with that one, I'll send you this one. These are great little axes. Now, the thing, guys, is this, and shit, whatever. I dropped it. The thing is this: I may get you to send these to Eric Alder, but he's in Massachusetts, so I'll get a list. But you're in the groove, and you're online to get this stuff, and
That's
then
freaking awesome.
the Nighthawk, I'm gonna try to get to Eric Alder. The saber tooth is mine. The kaiju's mine. But I really, we need to pump that Mako up.
Yep. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to this whole collaboration. I think it's going to work out great because we'll highlight different parts of a review and we'll make it complete. I
Yeah,
think it's a great idea.
yeah. I mean, that's kind of my vision.
Yeah.
And we can also, you guys.
I was
Oh
going
yeah,
to talk to you about that freaking video. I just put it on before I came into the live. That shit was hysterical, man. That was
Eric Hussein,
great.
appreciate you, brother.
That was
I,
great.
I that it's funny, man, because Sarah and Megatron being sis, they're a lot alike. So they're like, look, you got to get your thumbnails, you got to get, and they're willing to work with me on titles, but they can't keep up. I don't think many people realize, Joe. Last weekend I put out 72 shorts. Yesterday I put out 30. This weekend we'll go. And people ask, why? Well, one, it's fun, and putting out that many, it's not. Somebody was like, "Oh, Scab, it's the same." No, it's different knives, but some of it too. There's a psychology behind it. Like I got fortunate, and somehow, and of course, it's the worst view of me you can. It's a side profile, got 7.8 million views. I mean, you couldn't. I mean, terrible
You talking
profile.
with the Cold Steel knife.
The cold steel, and you know
Yeah.
what I did last night? I did the same video, uh, same hashtags. A lot of times with me, man, I'm just trying to figure shit out.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, hey, does this work? Does that work? And
Yeah.
then
I
pass
put
it
out
on.
16 shorts last night, all night, and today.
But that'll pay off. See what?
I'm just keep letting them run. That's it. Yeah.
And the thing is with them, have fun, and that's the point of it. And people say, "Oh, I hate them." Listen, turn off. I would not be mad at one single solitary person if you have on notifications for me, which I doubt very few do. If I'm just being honest, you get flooded.
Yeah.
But you got them on, turn them off. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not going to get offended. I know that I'm putting out a ton of shit. I know that. I'm well aware of it because I'm the one doing it.
Bird says that's more views than his Nazi knife video.
Well, yeah.
How many views you got on that knife right now, Bird? I'm actually curious if you gained anything more than you had before.
And I'll say this, Bird, I tried to copy you on it. That's what I'm saying. All this, guys. It's not that I think y'all need to see me or I got the idea from Eric Hussein.
What's up, Maddie?
Satisfaction. What's up, Maddie? I got the idea from Eric. Eric cuts every day,
Yeah.
and he works every day, and he puts out the kind of stuff. So my thought process, and Eric's one of the most prolific cutters on here. Carl's a prolific cutter, very good cutter. Samurai Bird's coming on. John, but you don't get that way if you don't do it.
You got to be out and do it all the time. Yep.
So the one today, I was actually, now my next thing is getting the 3 in the shot.
Yeah.
throwing it up and getting it in the shot.
Yeah,
But
but just your reaction after it was done with your arms open. I mean, that was a classic. That was one of the best shorts I've seen done because that was genuine. You were genuinely excited and happy that it just worked. You know what I'm saying? Was that your
yeah,
first shot at like doing it? Did you just line them up, do it, and that's it? It was done?
no shit, no, no,
No?
no, man. Well, here's what happened. The first time I threw it up, I hit myself in the head because it went up, and the next time I look up and had to back up, and then I stood there a couple times and did some soft tosses to try to get the. But if you watch it, the bottle cut and something. Eric had left me a great comment on YouTube about his. And I mentioned psychology, but Eric he broke it down, his psychology into the cutting, which when this is over in tomorrow afternoon, I'm really going to start looking at that.
Right.
But the thing is, it just worked. And now I got to do it where I get all three because I tried to stack three up. That's what I wanted to do, stack three. But
Yeah.
but
It's just,
it was fun.
yeah, no, it is. Listen, you got to, as long as you have fun doing what you're doing and you enjoy it, then it's great. That's really why we're on this for. Because, listen, you're at 30,000. You're actually over 30,000, Scab. Congratulations again. I mean, that's a great number, man. We're all happy you're there and you continue to climb, but it's work. I mean, nobody's going to tell you it's not work because you know it's a lot of work to keep
Yeah,
up with it, but you enjoy it. You enjoy it. It keeps you
yeah.
sane and you enjoy doing it, you know?
Well, the thing is, I'm also blessed, like with Megatron, who and she's the world's worst at taking a compliment. But the truth is, if I didn't have somebody that understood, and I didn't have somebody that supported and carried the weight, you can't do it. I mean, I put a ton. I mean, if you really think about it, I do 4 or 5 long forms a week, and then do however many short. And one thing I wanted to get feedback from the room, guys. Y'all want to see fixed blades or folders this weekend on the shorts? We'll let the room
Put
decide.
that into the comments, guys. Fixed blades or folders this
And then
weekend.
the concept again would be to probably every hour on hour, you know. Um, and the thing is, some of them don't do shit. I mean, at a point, YouTube goes, you know, Byron, appreciate it. Yeah, it keeps me sane,
Keeps
bro.
them sane.
It keeps me off drugs too. I'm not one. I don't sit
What's
around.
up, Grumpy? How you doing, bud? I know you just did your how many lives? I think I saw it on the way in. Your 99th or 199th live. I mean, you got a lot of lives in the books there, buddy.
He does a great job
What
too.
number? What number of lives was that last one you did today?
Yeah, he does a great job, man. I like a lot of times I'm in a lot more chats than people will ever know. A lot of times if I see a live like Maddie or Grumpy or something, I'll put it on as I'm doing other stuff. But I like listening and I like keeping up and I like doing that kind of thing. I seen Papa Shredder was on today. He did
Yes.
drive. That was cool.
Shredder was in, was talking about KC's new knives and all that, doing a promo for KC. Well deserved. He's got some good knives out there as well. So yeah, that was really good to see Jonathan on the tube today.
Yeah, man. I
Yeah.
miss seeing him. And that pinion that Casey got is dope. But while we're talking about it, Joe,
What's up, Pete? Pete Morrissey calls in the room.
Pete, Carl. Yeah, Carl texts me, man, y'all going live? Yeah, man, that's my fault. That's my fault.
And
100.
Carl, by the way, you're seeing a lot of no matter which live you go in, Carl, you're going to see the same people because it's all linked into the same thing.
But
So
I like people drifting across. That's cool to get
yeah,
the. I like I think the simulcast works for
yeah.
us.
But you know what? Let me actually take advantage. Let me ask all you guys a favor here, okay? Obviously, this is being aired on Scab's channel, my channel, and Blade Talk with Scab and Joe. If any of you guys in the room are not subbed to Blade Talk with Scab and Joe, please be so kind to go in and put a subscribe to that channel because we are trying to build that conjoined channel we have there, and you know That's all I have to say about that. Obviously, the more subs you have, the more people you can get into the live. So help us out to build up Blade Talk. Scab having 30,000 subs, I think we should definitely be able to get that over 1,000 subs. So
Yeah,
if you guys could go in, it doesn't cost you anything, it doesn't mean anything. Just go in, click sub, and move on. We appreciate that.
I do think we need to. I think we need to. One, we're going to be more consistent this year with the lives.
Yeah.
And guys, listen, I appreciate y'all taking the time, even if it's just coming in and saying hey and dipping out. But I think we need to work on getting a little more content on here, and build it that way, because we'll use Blade Talk, Blade Show as a jumping off event too.
Very excited about that too. We got lodging there now. Now I just got to figure out how I'm going to get down there. I've been looking at the plane tickets, man. Plane tickets are crazy right now.
Are they really?
Oh man,
just insane.
They're really high. I don't know if it's because it's a big show and they're kind of, it's a big time that people are going into Atlanta right now. Because from what I understand, what I've been reading up, it's going to be probably one of the biggest shows they've had in a very long time.
Well, I know that because I've been trying to stay ahead of it. I know that tickets went on sale for Blade Show Houston or Texas or wherever the hell it's at.
I think it was Texas.
But I don't think tickets go on sale for Blade Show Atlanta until February. I don't think.
Yeah.
I know we need to jump on it when they do.
I heard the same thing around February. Yeah.
And guys, let me just be upfront with y'all and let just transparent, just so everybody knows. Carnivora, Don Moore Kramer, who will be a guest on probably in the next couple weeks. We're going to be staying at the Carnivora house for lodging. Joe and I both are. So just in all transparency, we're going to be doing that. And my thing with it is this: I'm going to beat the hell out of the knife. I mean, they don't. The companies that I'm involved with, guys, they don't want these big, flowery, glowing reviews. They want the shit used. That's why I'm going to do the using, and then Joe can do the big, flowery stuff. But he can showcase, because Shaney at Shade Indonesia is one of the best makers out there. And so I think Joe will be able to showcase that. But I say all that to say, just being honest and being transparent, we will be staying at the Carnivore house. It doesn't affect anything, because I do the same shit with their knives each review. I mean, that's, but right. I do want to be upfront. And I want to say thank you to Carnivora, because that's a massive expense, and more than expense, it's a massive weight on. It's just trying to get hotel rooms, trying to get clothes, is a pain.
Well, you know how much difficulty I had even a month and a half ago. I started looking at rooms and everything was sold out.
Yeah.
So it's actually very difficult to get a room. And if you want to be in a reasonable distance away from the place, because if not, you have to go, 10 miles down the road, to get a room, to get something available. Yeah. So everything that's within that vicinity of the Galleria there, everything's booked up already. I mean, This is over a month ago.
Well, yeah, we jump on it pretty quick. I do know, I would say this in the comments: if you're going to Blade Show, let us know. And JR's going, Jacob Lamb's going, Vic Lynn's going, Sweet Thrasher's going.
That's good, Brandon.
That's what I was going to say, man. If you're going, let us know. Let's try to at least maybe one night get dinner or meet in the pit for a drink or do something. It's too good of an opportunity. The knives are great. All that's great. I want to see them and I want to meet some people, but I want to meet you guys. I want to meet other reviewers. I want to meet folks that are subscribed and support. I want to do that. I know that we're going to have dinner at some point with JR. That's got to happen.
Oh, yes. Got to meet up with JR.
So how are we looking? Did anybody answer? Do they want to see fixed blades or?
I didn't really see anything in the chat. Addicted to Blades 2. Johnny, you picked up Practical XL. Don't go easy on that sword, man. That thing could handle it. I'm glad you got it. So nice. What else we got here? Yes, Carnivore makes some very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff.
Well,
good stuff.
the thing is that, it's right there. It's fantasy to functional, but it's all solid. I don't. That's why they do what they do. And I think it's a cool concept, and it's a little niche market. It is. I'll be the first to take, but it's cool to be able to swing it. You'll be able to see when you get the spot. It's not a bunch of fragile crap. It's everything. Shaney uses 5160.
Yeah.
He treats on point.
And I'm curious about it too, because I mean, if I look at it in terms of swords, I've been in. I like a lot of the movie swords and the fantasy swords and stuff like that out there, but it's just so hard to find something made fantasy, or I mean something that just basically catered towards a fantasy type of thing, and that's actually going to work and that's solid and you could actually use it as a real weapon.
Yeah.
So I'm actually really curious to get these in my hand and see how they feel, and use them myself. So that I looking forward to actually, I guess you know what it is. Once you finally hold it and feel the balance and feel that it's a real weapon, that's when you understand what you got in your hand.
Well, I think that's what you're going to be impressed with. Now, the Nighthawk, the thing with the elongated guard that's sharpened, it's just a wicked chopper. And the Mako, the combat utility, it's well balanced. Everything. See, the thing that now Tim Ellis made that one, and when you get the box, we'll go over it. But
Yeah.
that's what I was going to say too, guys. A lot of the prototypes that are done for Carnivore are done
Both for fixed
by
blades.
Tim Ellis. All right, there's one for fixed blade. What's crazy is I think I got enough fixed blades or folders to do. We'll start at like 5 or 6 o'clock tomorrow night.
Got one for folders.
Okay. But I've got enough to do either or. We may rotate. We may do another weekend of knives. But one thing I wanted to show y'all, because I'm pretty excited about this, that a lot of people aren't really aware of. If I can find the damn thing. Grab them. All right. Oh, shit. Stove up. Okay. First thing is this. Cap came down a couple weeks ago, and he brought, this is a blade that Cap made me, right? Now I'm still working on the edge, still putting it on the edge, but this is kind of a collaboration between Captain Electro and myself.
Is this the first time you're showing it?
What, buddy?
Is this the first time you're showing that?
I think I did a short with it.
Okay.
But I put it out at like 2 or 3 in the morning. But dude, Cap killed this thing. There'll be a full review.
It's a nice handle. What is that, Mikata?
Yeah, man, he did a great job. He really, really did a great job. And like I said, I'm still working on the edge. He cut it, grinded it, did all that, but he didn't get an edge on it, but he got it heat treated. He just wanted to get it down here. But he and I kind of collabed on this, and this is exactly what I wanted. It's slicey. This is going to be a absolute wicked slicer.
So and what is the stock on there? 1095?
No shit. I think we did 8670.
Okay.
I'll have to ask him. It's a very good carbon steel, but I wanted carbon, and he did an amazing job. For a guy just starting out, he really killed it. And then
Cap's just the type of guy that he's so focus driven that he's going to do well with that stuff.
Oh yeah. And then we have the Ego Killer.
I gotta tell you, I'm very impressed with the work they did on that. It's not for some reason it looks like a KHI piece, but I just think they killed this thing. They did a really nice job on it.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I think Donnie really banged out the design on it. He did a great job. I say we collabed. He asked me a bunch of questions. I had a vision, and he brought that to life. So this is his design. The thing I like about this, Joe, is this. One, if you've seen the video, you know it holds up because I just flat smacked it. But the thing I like about this, and thing I'm thinking about doing, is from about here down, getting raised almost maybe a 17 degree, super sharp from about here down. Because when he said, he goes, "Are we going to get it sharp? Or we're going to get it sharp?" I said, "I want to hit her." That's what I wanted, but I've got so much blade here and I might even do about that much down. Just get like a 17 and make it a multi-purpose, because as long as I've got this pivot point here, it's gonna hit. It's gonna smack. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hello, Jimbo. Jimbo's in the room.
Huh?
Jimbo's in the room.
Oh, my dude, Jimbo's like 2 streets over. You would have been jealous, Joe. We went over to Jimbo's and he grilled up some of the best wings.
That's what I missed the last time I was down. We weren't able to eat together, Jimbo. Yeah,
Next
next
time,
time, man. I gotta take a rain check on that one.
bro, I working in bars down here so much. I've ate wings till they're running out of my ears. So I'm very, 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 very particular on my wings. And no, I don't like buffalo sauce. But Jimbo did, like, I think it was a raspberry chipotle. Holy shit, that was good.
Jimbo, put in exactly how you did that chicken. I want to hear it,
He
buddy.
ain't gonna do that. I can promise you that. Cap tried his best to get the secret.
I'm sure
Here
he
was
did.
here was the last one I want to show you guys. This is the Durgoth. This is in my top 3 big blades. It's one of those you got to hold. It's one of those, but here's the kick-ass thing about this one. This is why I'm showing this one. Work Tough Gear has picked this up. Vic Lind has picked this up. Jason Dixon is the designer. Jason's an awesome guy. This one, and now I think they're still talking about the double edge. This one's double edged.
Shade's in the room.
Shade, we're just talking about you, buddy.
What's up, bud?
Shaney absolutely slaughtered this. I mean, I'm stoked for Jason, but I'm also stoked to have one that Shaney made. And I've got a mini coming that should be here tomorrow. But this is one y'all need to keep your eyes out for.
But I think I look at that blade and there's so much versatility there.
Yeah.
In terms of what you can do. That really looks like an all out camp knife.
You know, the versatility, I think you hit it on the head. But the thing that struck me with Jason, because he and I talk a lot, right? One of the first things he said, he goes, dude, and Jason's a big guy. Jason's 6'6", 6'7", right at 400 pounds. He is a monster. But he said, dude, I wanted to design something that you can have fun with. And he had that in mind. And to have that design in mind for a knife, one that'll bang, one that'll chop, one that'll slice, one that'll do whatever. This one, the design was spot
Protect your
on.
life from a bear and everything else that comes along with a
Bro.
knife. Yeah.
And the thing too with Shaney, and I'm glad you're in the room, Shaney, because we were talking about you. A lot of the things with Shade on their stuff isn't just like extra bells and whistles. Everything has a function. Everything has a point. Everything has a purpose, right? Shaney makes weapons. And I think when you throw that into these designs, like you were saying, Joe, when you throw that into the design, actual weapons maker, it makes a huge difference. Oh, yeah.
Chicken rub, sweet and savory rubs, sauce, 50-50 mix of blues, hog champions blend, and blues, hog, raspberry. My God. You're like a freaking man, a cooking scientist there, Jimbo. That's awesome. Holy crap. He's no joke.
No, I'm telling you, and that dude makes some of the best pimento cheese on this planet. Now, if you're south, you'll know what that is.
My stomach is going to draw me nearer to Florida there, Jimbo.
Hey, you come in, man, that dude killed them wings. And we got some Georgia Boy sausage, so we had wings and sausage. It was a good time, man.
Mint.
Real good time. 2 things I want to mention. I don't know if you can pull them up. Shaney has I believe it's a Mac V SOG knife. If you can pull it up, maybe go to Shade's Facebook, maybe.
On Facebook? Or is it or website?
Or Instagram. Go on Instagram. Go on Shade Instagram.
Hold on, let me actually go see if I could get Instagram on my computer.
If you can pull it, if you can pull a picture of that thing up, I'm in love with that thing, man. And guys, if y'all, a lot of times I'll get this comment, man, that's expensive. I get it, but everything's custom made. Everything's handmade. Everything's custom made. So I need to do a better job. That's on me. I need to do a better job announcing that, hey, this is a custom. This isn't some, CNC. This is custom work, and you're getting a quality thing. But I'm gonna show you, Joe, while you're trying to pull that up.
I'm gonna try to.
Try to pull that up. I'm gonna grab this Iron Peasant. Can't move, man.
Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get into Instagram on my computer, which I never do. Hold on.
I got a couple things while you're doing that. I'm gonna show everybody too. This is the most normal looking thing you'll ever see from Shade Indonesia, and I'm in love with this hatchet. If I got to ship it to somebody, it might get lost in shipping. This thing is well balanced. Can y'all, Joe? Can you see that?
I could see that perfectly. Yeah.
That is just, and this is from Shaney again at Shade. That thing is wicked. Now, I'm not sure how many reviews I can get in this weekend, because I know we're supposed to go to Blue Spring and look at some manatees Saturday, which will be dope. We'll try to get a camp out, but I think I'm gonna try to review this, because this thing is just gorgeous, fantastic.
How is he going on Instagram? It's just Shade Indonesia.
Type in Shade Indonesia.
Or one word?
Yeah, and Shaney, if you're listening, buddy, tell him what it is, because it should pop up. I'm using my stupid phone. And this hatchet's called the Crafter 5160, I believe. I'm blind as a bat, but it's got Shaney's maker's mark on it, and it's just, this is, I say it a lot, say it too much probably. This thing's just so dope, man. Definitely gonna review this. Now this is what's coming up for Saturday morning.
I think I got it. Okay. All right. So I'm just actually gonna share the page.
Yeah, if you can.
Yeah, I think I got it.
This is the Iron Peasant. Yeah, guys, do yourselves, I'm telling you, do yourselves a favor and go to Shaney's page. Oh, there it is, Joe. Second row, all the way over to the right.
Right here?
Yep.
Oh, come on, just pull it up. It won't pull it up because I'm not logged in, but you see it right over here, guys.
Yeah. Guys, go to Shaney's Instagram.
That is mint.
Bro, I'm telling y'all, if you like classic studies and observations group type stuff, that he absolutely killed that build. And he's got,
what is that? A leather wrapped? It's like
yeah,
leather. Yeah.
I believe so. Shaney, if you're still in the room, buddy, put some info out about that, because that's, I'm telling y'all, and I'm telling you, and I'm giving you my word on my son's life and my grandfather's grave, I will put my name on Shade Indonesia any day of the week. I'll stand behind anything they got. I'm not even part of the damn company, but that dude's that good. I'm just telling you.
That is a well-made knife. It looks good.
And he's got one, and I can't remember the name, but he's got one that's like a Recon. It looks a lot like the Recon Tonto from Cold Steel. I'm in love with that one too. He's got a couple.
You know what I noticed about a lot of their pieces, and I think I commented on one of your videos about it. I think the reason why I just really love a lot of their blades, because I am so attracted to blades that have that kukri style shape.
Yeah.
And a lot of, like, you look at it, a lot of their blades, not exact, but they resemble that geometric of a kukri blade, which I'm in love with. I love kukri style blades. and so many of their blades, not exact, obviously, but they resemble that type of curvature and that type of usefulness of a kukri blade. And that's why I think that whenever I see their blades, I just immediately fall in love with how they're styled, because they really do look like kukris to me.
They do a lot, and I'll tell you the truth. They have that hammered look, and
Yeah.
he uses good material. He doesn't use crap. JC Mahan, Turtle Wolfpack, JC Mahan, I've had him on. Shaney did his Nopalope, and Matt Pearson has that Nopalope, I believe, or has one like it.
Okay.
And those guys can attest to the quality. This one is the Pirate. It says Pirate. It's 5160. But he does such an amazing job, man. I can't wait to review this one.
What's that called? The Pirate?
It's just called the Pirate.
Oh, perfect.
But it's dope. I like this one. I'm doing the Iron Peasant tomorrow, but I'm going to release it Saturday. I think I've got so much. I've got so much content out.
Yeah, who's this dude? Does he have anything to do with the company, or just somebody has sent in a review?
I see him a good bit. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask you. I can't. I'm blind, man, trying to look on this phone. That guy actually, oh, man. There it is. Scroll up. That right there.
Right here. Yeah.
The Mac and then the one in the middle. Those two, I'm absolutely in love with. Absolutely in love with. And then he's got that's one thing too that I wanted to stress. Shade
looks badass.
Yeah, it does. Well, that's one thing that I want to stress, not only for folks in the room, but you're watching the replay. Carnivora is a design house. Shaney is the maker. Shaney has his own stuff. It's two separate entities. And I want to stress that, because there is that line. But Shaney's a hell of a maker. Hell of a maker. He does a lot of daggers, and you'll see him with just weapons too.
Yeah,
You'll
he's got
see
a lot
him
of
with
pictures.
a lot of different weapons. Bro, he's there it is again.
No, he has a ton of pictures of this knife.
Oh, he should.
On Instagram, yeah.
I'm in love with that.
I think this will really sit well with a lot of different people in this room, because it's it looks like a traditional knife. I mean, that people would love to. I love the look of it. I really do.
Well, that's why I want to stress. That's why I want to stress. He is a weapons maker. He's a bladed weapons maker. He's got all kind of. He's got a lot of like little self-defense
Right.
things, but he's got some of the most drop dead gorgeous daggers on the face of this planet.
Get rid of this.
And I'm actually sending you one, the Kaiju 1.5.
Awesome.
And I think it's going to appeal to you on a lot of levels.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that, brother. Yeah, some good stuff there. Yeah, so if you guys are not following Shade Indonesia, I think that I saw Jerbs put a link to his YouTube channel in there, and also please find him on Instagram, because he has a lot of really good, fresh pictures of all his inventory, the knives that he's basically that are on the chopping block, and what's for sale. Now, let me ask you a question. A lot of the knives that he has on Instagram, are those knives that are in production already, that they're available for sale right now?
I think I don't know if he's still in the room. If he is, we can ask him. I think what happens is he'll make a few pieces and then put them out for sale. I know you can get a custom from Shane, but I'm not sure if that Bowie that I just adore, I don't know if he made just a couple of those. But the thing with him is he'll knock out whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? And guys, I'm just telling y'all, he's a good dude, good man, good maker. And the reason I can go on about him and Work Tough Gear and Hell Rosecraft, and because we beat the hell out of their stuff and it holds up. The other side of it, Joe, I mean, you've been around me. I'm hard on things. I just am. I always have been. I always will be. So for anything to hold up. So I'm just a big fan of his.
Well, listen, you reviewed two of the strongest knife companies in the world between Work Tough Gear and Shade Indonesia. I mean, they're definitely holding up to all the crap you're freaking putting them through.
Well, and
You know?
we're just trying to do, actual use, but
Yeah.
I mean, they're just great. I've got a lot of stuff coming up. You got a lot of stuff coming.
You know what I would like to see one day? A side by side comparison video of the proper chopper and the Eagle knife there. What's it called? The Eagle
Ego.
Killer. Eagle Killer.
All right.
Because you seem to be really in love with the Eagle Killer, and I know you love the proper chopper,
Yeah.
and that thing is a freaking monster. I
Yeah.
would love to see those things go side to side. Maybe like take the same block, cut them, do a couple of cuts each,
Yeah.
and see what gets better penetration, how it feels in your hand. I'm curious to see those two knives go
We'll do
head
that.
to head.
I'll do that. I'll definitely do that because I, as much as I don't like doing comparisons, I need to start doing some
Yeah,
comparisons.
but not even like you listen. They're both
Not
in their
not
own
him,
right.
him, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
And my thing is with it, you know what, I might try that this weekend. I need to branch out some because some of it, Joe, and you know this too, just from shooting video, and you've been around me for a weekend, so you know how I operate. Okay, mostly do. Shaney
pre-orders.
said I mostly do pre-orders. I'm basically a custom maker and a designer. He doesn't have too much
Too
stock
much
right,
stock right now, right?
but I'm telling you, he's worth getting. And ask Matt Pearson, ask JC Mahan. Shaney's worth it. I'm just telling y'all, and can do anything. That's the thing, dude can do anything. Um, when I wade through a bunch of this stuff, man, down the road, I'm thinking about having him do me a little, just some like little belt self defense thing. I love those things.
I have a design in mind that I may want to send him one day.
Well, let me just say this and say it publicly. If you do any other designs, they need to go to Shay.
I am. I have something in mind.
I'm just telling. Because the thing with him is, and what you have to watch, and what I've noticed with any maker,
Here's a comparison that Garen said.
Wilson and the Ego Killer. I might just do. Here. That's a good comparison, Garen. Garen's a really good dude. Here's the thing, guys. With me, y'all know how distracted I get. That's why I've shied away. Now, I did do a video that was well received with 3 knives. I tell you what I might do. Here's what we might do. I might just pick. I might take the proper chopper, the Wilson, and the Ego Killer, and maybe I tell you what, I might take like the Iron Peasant. I wished I had the damn blade, and just go out and chop a bunch of stuff. That'd be a fun video to shoot.
Yeah, I think that I would definitely love to see that. See them side by side. That would be cool.
Especially now that we've got the property and the studio.
Guys, here's Shade's YouTube page. If you guys could go in,
Thank you, Gerbs.
check out his channel. Thanks, Gerbs.
Much appreciated on that. Well, let's go around the room one time, and then we've been on about an hour.
Yeah, everybody's just kind of, what they're interacting with Shade, which is cool. Gerbs is doing his thing.
Gerbs, man, appreciate you. Good dude, man. Listen, if you guys are in the room,
Ken's in the room. What's up, Ken? Thanks for coming in.
Ken, what's up, buddy? Ken's an awesome dude, man. Awesome dude. A lot of everybody in the room really is.
So I missed some of your goals, guys, because it was like buried in the chat. But whatever your goals are, you know what? Strive for them and have fun doing them, man. Don't forget to have fun. Don't forget to take a break and enjoy life a little bit, man. It goes by really fast. I can't believe this. I actually told you this morning. I said I can't believe it's Wednesday already. I turned around. It's like, wow, it's freaking Wednesday. I mean, actually, yesterday I told you
Thursday.
We were supposed to do the live Wednesday, and I had said it's already Wednesday. I says, you know what, we got to bump it for another day, but it's just the weeks are flying by, man.
Well, and G come by and y'all had dinner, which was good.
Yeah.
My thing is, man, like coming off of a day like I had yesterday, or a work tough day, or we kill it day, whatever day, mentally, man, by the time I get home, I'm shot.
Thanks, Brandon. Appreciate it. Have a good night, buddy.
Sure. Have a good evening, buddy. Love you. Um, but here's the thing, man. By the time I'm done, I'm done. You know. So last night was just a good. It was. I got home, wrapped everything up, and just went to bed, man.
Good. At least you got a night's sleep.
And that's what happened tonight too. It's been stressful at work. So here's the deal. I'm gonna shut up. Let Joe. Guys, whatever your goals are, man, go after them. Like Joe said, have some fun. If you are a content creator, enjoy this. I was thinking about this today, man. I'm having the time of my life, and it's not just because we're growing and all that's good, but I'm actually, ever since we had Medford on here, that's why I'm bringing it. We had Medford on here, and he didn't light a passion in me, but he was like that last part that's like, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna go for this. I'm gonna go for broke. Have a good one. Gene, I'll get with you this weekend, brother.
What's up, Gene? Good. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
He messaged me right before we were going live. Man, thank you. I'll get with you this weekend. Awesome, dude. But here's the deal, man. Be passionate about what you do. Have fun with what you do. If it's showing a collection, do it. If it's testing, whatever. Just have fun, set some goals, and let's roll. Let's take over,
guys. But listen, the important thing is, if you have a goal in mind, if you're doing this and you want subs and you want to grow, put the work in. It'll happen. If you want to do this at your leisure and just go in, show your stuff, interact with the community, then do it at your leisure. The important thing is that you're doing what's enjoyable to you. I mean, you guys saw my last video, so you know what I'm talking about. Just have fun with it. Let's keep it positive. Let's keep it fun. Let's keep it interactive, and that's it. And let it roll from there.
Keep it moving forward.
Yep.
Well, brother, I've enjoyed it.
Looking forward to finally getting some Shade Indonesian knives in my hand, carnivore designs. I'm really looking forward to that box.
That's priority tomorrow.
Absolutely, my man.
I was going to do it, and I'm sorry, man. I was going to do it. Here's the other side, and I'll shut up real quick. Guys, if I'm mailing something, it's got to be Friday or Saturday. I can't get to the post office. So getting off at 11 tomorrow, man, I'm going to make sure this thing's wrapped up. It's going to be about 15 pounds, and it's headed to you.
I think you should be able to. You should get to 1K by next year. Well, his birthday is the end of this month, I believe. His birthday is like the 29th. Jerbs' birthday. You should be able to get to 1K. We got to work hard to get you to 1K before the end of this year, buddy. How about that? So let's try to gear towards getting Jerbs to 1,000.
And Jerbs, I've noticed he's done a couple shorts putting in the work. And just keep rolling. Let's keep rolling. All right, I'm going to turn it over to you guys. I love y'all. God knows I do. Thank you for listening to me yak for an hour. Joseph, sing us home.
Guys, always a pleasure. Thanks for joining us. And so here's to our first Blade Talk of the year. And looking forward to many more. We're working on getting some more people in and building up Blade Talk, but we need your help. We need your support. We appreciate you guys being here. You guys have a good evening, and we'll see you on next videos. Have a good one, guys. Good night.
Good night.
Ciao.